So today we are going to be reviewing a drive pedal. It's a Marshall in a box type pedal. So you can use it in place if you go to a place and you're not sure what amps they have. If you have one of these and you like Marshalls, this is great. They call it a Marshall in a box, MIAB. This one is recommended by a lot of people. I had an older version of this, and a friend of mine needed a pedal, and he asked, I wasn't using it at the time because if you guys look behind me, you see I got a few Marshalls as it is. But, once I didn't have it, it was one of those pieces that got away, and I was like, I got to get it back. So, yeah. So, we're talking about Catalinbread pedal company. It's called the Dirty Little Secret, DLS. This is Mark III, the third version of it, and great little pedal. It's not a heck of a lot of money. I don't remember what I paid for it. This is the blem, but we did the unboxing earlier because we're not that good. We don't have people doing stuff for us, so we actually just did the unboxing. So we're going to play that video, and then we're going to come right back.
And you'll see why we didn't do it live, because it's a big knife.
So we are going to do our first unboxing, so we don't know how well this is going to work. As I start to cut the package open, I'm using my official USA buck knife. Tommy's going to tell you a little bit about Catalinbread now. This is just how it came from Catalinbread.
Yeah, and you got this direct from Catalinbread. Look at your hand; it's all cut up already.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So,
we've been unboxing all day.
Yeah, this was actually one of the. This was on their blems, so it was like 10% off or something.
Well, I do the same thing. If we go, often we go directly to the sites, and we go ahead and get whatever B stock, and it's usually something that's only cosmetic, and we can't even see it. So,
and
the manufacturing of these is
we both play in bars, so people usually spill beer on them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, anything that I have nice, I'm afraid to use. Like, I don't take my Fuzz Factory anywhere because it's a really nice one, and things like that. But anyway,
bubble wrap, green bubble wrap, no less.
Nice. So this is a Catalinbread, right? And they are manufactured in Oregon, and they, again, as Joey said, this is factory direct from them. But they do dealers, right? There's dealer stock. Ooh, look at that box.
Look at that box. Pretty box.
Wow. You could keep your weed in that if you had any.
Yeah, I could.
Wow, that's actually pretty nice.
It is. Oh, and it even says Portland, Oregon. Look at that.
Okay. Now, the company was started by a gentleman named Nicholas Harris. Now, Nicholas Harris died in 2016 in a freak accident. High winds blew a tree over and hit his car and killed him.
Wow.
But that wasn't the end of the company. So what happened from look at that. That's one sticker.
Sticker. Oh, and look.
Oh, you got a pin?
Got a pin. Look at that.
Wow.
Fancy.
That's some good swag.
Yeah. Nice swag. Oh,
and the company continued on, and they've continued to make new pedals, though their pedals have always been excellent. And I think they're continued the tradition that Mr. Harris kept on, and go from there. Here it comes.
Oh, and there we go. There she is.
Wow.
That's the unboxing right there. Right? Nice. Got some nice weight to it. It's definitely, full on metal. It's not cheesy. I'll tell you that.
No, their stuff
always very
is
good.
Not. It's made, and it's
Yep. I have
nice art.
Yep.
Looks great.
I'm going to put a Boss pedal next to it so people get the idea of the size. It's actually a little smaller than a Boss pedal, right?
Okay, that's good.
Nice. Right, and here's the typical TC Electronics. It's actually a little bit thinner than the TC. Right?
Yeah, look at that. It's a little bit smaller than a TC.
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe it's an illusion.
It could very well be illusion. Go back to back.
Yeah. It's a little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter. And actually is just a little bit narrower, just barely. Okay, barely.
So there we go. And this does run at 9 and 18 volts, and there are internal switches, which I don't think we need to get into because we're just going to do this review just from out. But I do know there's two internal switches. One is to make it sound more like a super bass, and one is like a super lead. It comes, I believe, on the super lead setting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's the unboxing.
Very nice, people. Very nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I dig it.
Yeah. Here's the whole layout of the pedal. Real simple. With this new version, they used to not have a mids button on there. Knob, rather. So now there's a preamp knob. Okay. Your basic gain knob, right? Master volume, much like a Marshall. Okay. Bass, middle, and high. We're trying it on two different amps. Okay, one is a Supro Black Magick, which is what you can hear right now. Okay, and that's pretty much edge of breakup amp. Yeah. Is that breaking up too much?
No,
Volume's good.
That's a good place. It sounds good. It's not overdriving anything. It sounds good.
Right, and I'm using a Les Paul right now, and then we have a Bogner Shiva here, which is very clean.
And might I add, we talked about this. This is a clean amp with EL34s, and it's amazing.
Which, the most Fendery sounding Marshall clone I've ever seen. Yeah, and that one is mic'd up. The other one is going through the 2 notes Captor. So,
which you can see in another video on our YouTube site.
Yeah. Let me go back to, this is the Supro. There we go. Edge of breakup, and we put the knobs, the preamp, and the right about right in the middle there.
Yeah, we're at like state and settings, 666. Everybody, the way we always like to start. So.
Yep. So that's where we're going to start, and we're going to hit the pedal. Okay. Leopard in there.
Yeah, man. KMP territory.
Definitely. That sounds pretty good. And then back off again. Right. And back on. So should I sweep the mids up a little bit?
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, let's just go through the settings definitely.
Okay. So I'll bring the mids up. See, I'm peaking just a little bit on the interface.
A little bit.
Yep.
But as Greg would say, oh, the grizzle. Yeah, there you are. There you go.
Very good. And let's try that preamp. Let's see how dirty it gets. It doesn't get hairy, which is nice.
No, there's not fizzly.
Yeah.
It's not doing. There's a time and a place for that too. There are pedals that do that you want. This one's not that. This does exactly.
And playing a little bit lighter, and we'll try to dig in on it. Yeah, it kind of digs in real nice.
It does.
Bring up the treble a little bit. You want to try that scooped tone?
Yeah, scoop that thing out.
Scoop that. Sounds Marshally. He's always going to have mids in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute my mic so you don't hear the string.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty nice, though. It's definitely giving you the range of the Marshall there too. This is a high gain pedal, folks. This is just a straight up, 60s, 70s Marshall, just kind of pushing it, which is great.
So let's try the Bogner. So I'm gonna have to take my mic off for this one.
Mute yourself and dig in. Interesting, not fizzy, but it with the Bogner, it's kind of going into the fuzz zone, but not fizzy. Interesting.
It's got a growl to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
A nice growl.
I think because the Bogner is so clean, it's very crisp, and the Bogner does have a bright switch, which is on. Although I brought down the treble a little bit.
Okay. It does have a bright
It's probably
switch.
very responsive to the top end, whereas the Supro I have set a little bit. It's a little bit darker sounding amp to start with.
They're both. I love the fact they're so different too, and the pedal works really well with both of them.
Yeah, so I'm going to sweep the mids a little bit on this one, and then I'll try a scoop on this one a little bit.
Okay. It's definitely hitting sort of like a Clapton-y creamy thing there.
Yeah, I went to the neck pickup there.
Kind of throaty.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely hear it was the neck pickup, right? That was the Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Let me switch over to a Telly real quick.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is the my 1987 52 reissue, and I know singer Billy loves this guitar.
It's a great guitar. It's a great sound.
Very, very open sounding. Oh, that's right. This is an open G. There we go.
It's an open G.
So that's the Bogner.
Or as we like to say, Joey's version of open G.
yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that's the Bogner.
So I can bring the volume down a little bit so I don't kill myself here.
All right, don't forget to mute the mic.
Yep. We'll try that same thing with the Supro.
You can definitely tell that's a mic damp, though.
Yeah. Okay.
That was cool. That was good.
That sounds great, right?
Yeah, that thing is definitely, it definitely loves the telly.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, we'll try it on one other guitar. We'll try it with some with the P90s.
Yeah, good idea. Great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Which is good because everybody's going to get a pretty good feel. Now, understand the humbuckers that Joey and I use are the DiMarzio 36th anniversary. They're not high output. They're really, really nice PAF style. They're not terribly expensive either. 'Cause you can spend $300 or $400 on a set of hand wound, but these are outstanding sounding. We've used them for a lot of things, and they sound great on a lot of different Les Pauls through a lot of different amps. So that's just my DiMarzio 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to make you feel bad because that was my access.
Oh, that's a 498, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is it, or is it the Burstbuckers in that one? I think that one's mine's the older one. It's got the Burstbuckers, I think.
I have to look at what I took out of mine. I have everything labeled. I should probably go look at it.
But honestly,
498Ts that I had.
Yeah, I don't think mine are 498Ts. I think mine are the Burstbuckers because it sounds really close to the 36.
You know what? The other thing is I have, in my access, I have Pete Thorne Pluses. So.
Well, see, there you go.
So I lied about everything.
See? Fucking lying bastard.
All right, play guitar.
All right, so this is the P90s. That's the Supro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should try tuning once in a while. Tuning's way overrated.
You've never ever done it before. I don't see the watch start now.
I love those mids way too much to ever pull them out.
Yeah, no.
You know, notice though on the like cutting the highs in and out is very Marshall-like. You know, like on a Fender, you cut the highs in and out, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, it's a nice pick.
Yeah, and on a Marshall, you're like, is my knob broke? You know,
I get more
because the Marshall is always just mid.
I get more sweep from my presence than I do from the top.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. And this just responds very much like a Marshall.
Yeah,
you know. Throw that preamp down. Right through the Bogner.
Bring that up, yeah. Nice.
That was good.
It's got a lot of range. You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I am. You could easily put this, it's very Marshall-like. You could put it in front of most anything in a back line.
Right. I mean, that's one of our ongoing themes of this is playing live, right? If that ever happens. But, you know, a lot of places in New York City are, you know, there's no place to bring an amp or put an amp or anything. And a lot of the places have their own back line. And, you know, it's often Blues Deluxe, Fender Twin. So it could be a Marshall. More than likely, it's a Marshall that had beer spilled in it. You know, always bring a pedal that you really
one of
like.
Arlene's.
Right.
I'll do anything to get that amp.
Me too. It's like fucking.
Yeah, it's great.
And he says, "Turn up." What?
Yeah.
So
all right. So it was running through back over my shoulder here. There's the Bogner Shiva. That is not a cheap amp by any means, but it does sound the most like a Fender that I have, other than actual Fenders. Yeah. And the other one is the Supro that's behind me right there. Okay, that's the Supro Black Magick. That's 25 watts. The Bogner is 80, so you got all that headroom on the clean. So, that's the dirty little secret. So
Awesome.
what do you guys think?
Man, I tell you what, with all the combinations with different guitars and pickups and amps, it holds its own against it. It just gives it such different characteristics, but it all gives that same growl of a Marshall.
Absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
You know, look, for a little pedal, that's very impressive. That's very cool.
Yeah, I thought it did a great job. It did a great job.
Yeah.
So
Quick
I'm
show
going to say
today.
it's a good thing, the thumbs up. You know, I had one before. Oh, Tommy, you have one that you have the raw from them, right?
I have the Raw, which is the Royal Albert Hall, which is very, very similar, but it gives you almost this high watt Jimmy Page sort of sound.
Yep.
I've had it for a while. It's low gain. I wouldn't take this to a gig with a backline as my backup, right? So, but the Dirty Little Secret, I would. This is definitely really sound specific, but again, it's the same settings. It's it's your bass, treble, gain, and again, it's a little different voicing than that. For me, like I've said before, if I go to a gig like that, I have the purple plexi, which I bring with me all the time in the bag with a battery in it.
Right.
So I mean, it also sounded like it could stack, and it would stack really well. So if you wanted this on your board, and you wanted to throw, maybe a Catalinbread, or who knows, a Friedman or something like that, where you could just bump up a little gain and get a little more sizzle, depending, if you want to hit the JCM 800 and higher sort of sound, or even above that, you want to get to the really hot Bogners, right? Like an Uberschall almost.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, you could do that with this pedal, and I think very, very easily. If you combine, I don't know, a tube screamer with the mids may not be good, but you know me.
Yeah.
Throw an OCD on there, and you're all set.
Yep.
So that's great. So last thing before we sign off is, don't forget, everybody, we're giving away the Love Pedal. Subscribe, get it. We're giving this away in about a week.
Hold it up there a second. I'm going to pin you forward. There you go. Nice.
So there it is. It's great. It's got my notes on the side. It's got Velcro on the back. As Greg said, oh, that's not going anywhere. So it's a great pedal. We're giving it away. Subscribe, hit like. We'll be doing more of these shows if you like. Ask us questions.
There's a link to the Dirty Little Secret right down in the YouTube. I'll put it up on the Facebook one as well. And that, it is. We are an affiliate link for it. We do not get paid. We will get a little, little pittance from Z-Sounds if you buy it from there. Otherwise, just buy it anywhere, man. But go to Catalinbread.
Yeah, go to them. Go to a small mom and pop shop that's near you.
Absolutely.
There's
you got
hardly
somebody
any
nearby?
of those. Yeah, but we use Music Zoo a lot. They're good friends of ours. There's a few other people we use across the country. So don't order from Amazon. Order it
Let's
from
sign
them.
off. We have another show to do, guys.
We're going to go talk to
Thanks
somebody
very
else.
much, everybody.
Bye-bye.